I recently watched a horror movie titled The Chef. For the life of me, I don't know why I did this because I never watch horror movies. It's not my type of thing. And unfortunately, since watching it, I haven't been able to stop thinking about it. If you too do not like horror movies, then stay far away from The Chef. As you can only imagine, it's gory and gruesome. Yet there was one scene that I've continued thinking about, and that is, as each course of food was served, the chef meticulously explained what was being served. And that made me think of some of the most delicious dishes that I have tasted at people's homes when I have been invited as a guest. And oftentimes myself or my wife might comment, "Wow, this is delicious. Would you mind sharing the recipe?" At this point, one of two responses can be given. Firstly, absolutely, it would be our pleasure. And number two, I'm sorry, we don't share recipes. And this has always struck me as very odd. You've just made a delicious cheesecake. You've just presented a fantastic chicken dish. I'm complimenting you. I like the food so much, I want to replicate it. Please share with me the recipe. And yet there are some who just don't reveal their recipes. They don't hand over their secrets. In this week's Torah portion, we bring the book of Shemot to an end. And in doing so, we are told that the Mishkan is finished, the portable home for God is finally completed. And Bezalel, the great architect and author of this incredible building, is praised and lauded as the individual who brought it to its wonderful completion. The Torah tells us that he was not just an amazing artist, but rather Loharot Natan Bilibo. God made him want to teach others. And so in the process of the building, the Grand Master Architect not only helped to construct and build, but he taught others how to build it with him. He shared his knowledge. He was able to give of his talents, skills, and identity, his very direction, and to pass that on to others so that he as a team could create a group of people that shared the same vision. The Mishnah tells us, fascinatingly, that this wasn't always the case. When the temple stood, there were two families that stood out in particular for their skill and secret recipes. One was a family referred to as the Garmu family, and they were a family of bakers. They baked the bread for the special offering of loaves of bread in the temple. Another family, known as the Aftinas family, they crushed spices, the origins of a modern chemical manufacturing plant, if you will. And both of these families, with their high level of expertise in baking bread, in creating spices and perfumes, we're told never shared their recipes. They never ever were able to give over to others. God, however, in our portion, describes and creates Bezalel, this master artist, as an individual not only who's able to build the Mishkan, but who can share that vision and his love of that teaching with others as well. Loharot Natan Bilibo. God made it natural for him to want to teach others. I believe that there's a very powerful message here. We all have been born and blessed with special talents, unique to ourselves, that only we excel at. Are we going to shelter and hide those gifts? Or are we rather going to be able to share them with others? I think a dose of humility is always required. But if we can do something and do it well, then those natural talents and blessings should absolutely be able to be broadcast so that we can broaden the horizons of the community and the society in which we live. Of course, we've all got something that only we can do, and perhaps we can do it better than anyone else. There's only our light that we can shine. And as a result, when we share it with the world, we are all further enriched and blessed as a result. It's time to share our recipes. Shabbat Shalom.